What's up, everybody? Welcome back to BeardBox and welcome back to Color Wow!
Ah!
I'm sorry, this is Romance Detective 2. So last time, we started our adventure, and now we already have 2 cases to solve today. We're gonna solve both of them today, Andrea. Do you believe that?
Sure.
I believe it. Well, not today in the video sense, but today in the game sense.
Oh, okay.
I know things.
Ooh.
So,
lots of things.
We have been told that someone has Sorry, I just saw my apps and shit. We've been told that someone has vandalized, this... What would you call it? What do they call it? Cart?
Stand?
Stand, thank you. And that's no good, so we're gonna find out who did it by examining.
This thing's pretty sturdy. I wonder how old it is.
Snapdragon Middle School participates in the Spring Festival annually. They've painted and repainted the same stand for as long as I can remember.
Oh, so it's like a tradition. Maybe whoever made a mess of it is protesting the festival.
That is a possibility. However, if we consider what is written here, it is clear that a different motive is much more likely. So I like clicking on everything, because I've seen a lot of the things that she's written for, and I like it.
Yep, the stand is still standing.
Roses.
Are those roses? Detective, do you think this might mean...
Impossible. We've already solved that case.
But if there's some kid carrying one of those roses around...
If they are somehow in circulation again, we at least know how to handle it. Though I haven't noticed any since that incident.
We never did figure out what caused the roses to make people act so impulsively.
If you're confused, Romance Detective 1 is in the description.
Yep. Can we even say we truly solved that case?
I suppose not. However, we don't have any leads. Baseless conjecture will not bring us any closer to the truth.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll just chalk it up to another one of those things I'm not meant to understand. Like how Cupid is real.
Boop.
How could roses be coincidental? I don't know if I buy that.
Boop.
Look at all this graffiti.
This child is very talented.
Now it's not the time to be impressed, Detective. Though it does look kinda cool. They didn't have permission to use this as their personal canvas.
There's a poem here. Asta, you're rad as hell. I'm bad as hell. Without you, I'm sad as hell.
I love it.
Whoever wrote this would be better off sticking to painting. It's kinda cute though for a middle schooler.
Cute? This bit of writing certainly deserves more praise than that. It has excellent rhythm. The comparison to hell is intended to mean exceedingly, but it also serves to emphasize the author's state of being in the absence of this Asta character. Brilliant. It's so beautiful.
Oh. Single tear slides down from sunglasses.
Okay, but poems are supposed to rhyme. I mean, I guess it does, but you can't end all the lines the same. That's cheating. That's like Kanye West.
First the paintings, and now this as well. Kanye West, I understand, but not this. Rules do not apply to poetry, Romance Cop. There are only guidelines, not to bind words, but to provide a framework for conveying greater meaning.
Well, I still think it's cheating.
I'll work on your apparent issues with appreciating poetry another time. These well-constructed words have granted us a few clues.
You're right. It looks like our culprit has a crush on Aster, whoever that is.
The vice principal will surely fill us in.
Excuse me, there's something I think you could help us with, ma'am.
Oh, what would that be? Does anyone at the school go by the name Asta? Well, yes, but... Dear little Asta would never be involved in something like this. Besides, she's the one who oversaw the project in the first place. It's part of her job as student secretary.
We're not accusing her or anything, but could you please let us talk to her? She might be able to point us in the right direction.
Well, I suppose... Is she here at school today? Yes, of course, she has perfect attendance! Classes are just about to be let out, so would you like me to bring her here? I almost went Papyrus there and I'm really sorry.
Please and thank you.
Alright, so you want to be at, this girl, right?
Yeah.
I'll be this girl whose name I don't know.
Aww.
You're mad, right? So start yelling.
What would that accomplish? I see no point in it.
What are you, a robot? Normal people would shout at someone who wrecks their stuff.
Different people express their emotions in different ways.
But you never express anything! I just wish you'd react sometimes. Bye.
I am indifferent to the situation.
Oh, Asta, there you are, being indifferent as always. Isn't that my favorite students? There are 2 nice ladies here from the police department. They'd like to speak to you about what happened.
Alright.
You're so enthused! Oh, I love it!
Hello, Aster. I'm Officer Chris, and this is my partner, Romance Detective.
We have a few questions for you concerning this graffiti.
I don't know anything about it.
Well, looks like we're done here. To the park!
Well, then I promise this won't take very long.
Alright, so now we can present just about everything to them, and they usually have a different reaction. A lot of them have been taken out, I think, so it's just like, oh, I shouldn't show them that. But we're gonna present all of them anyways because, God, some of them are funny.
Sorry.
Excuse you.
If you won't talk here, how about I take you down to the station? I'll call the chief and we can set you up in the interrogation room.
Am I under arrest?
Well, no.
Then I'd prefer to stay here at school. I don't advise trying to threaten me anymore either. I know my rights.
Threaten? I'm sure that wasn't my partner's intention whatsoever. Romance cop.
I thought it'd be a fun field trip, I'm sorry, yeah.
Right, romance cop?
Yeah, of course.
Romance cop?
I wasn't wanting to interrogate children. What kind of maniac? No, I can't call the chief now. This little girl saw right through me. She's too good.
The flowers.
I shouldn't waste her time with this.
This guy.
Have you seen this man?
I haven't.
That's too bad. He's an escaped convict. We're looking for him right now.
I love how calmly she's like, he's an escaped convict. I wouldn't worry about it.
Could have murdered somebody, we don't know.
And you thought an innocent middle school student would have seen someone like that?
When you put it that way, I guess not. I mean, he could be your uncle, I don't know.
You're working hard, romance cop. But let's take it one case at a time. Well,
if I show her this again, I feel like she'll say something mean. Better not.
oh, Chris.
I don't want to be bullied by a middle schooler today. This poem here, doesn't it remind you of something? Like a love letter, maybe?
You think the culprit is referring to me?
Yes. So, do you have any secret admirers?
Whoop,
They wouldn't be secret if I knew about them.
She has a point, romance cop. Get dunked on, kid.
Fine, never mind. This
Dunked
child's too good. I don't think this will get her to talk.
Alright, now we can talk. Do you know who did it?
Is there anyone you know who might be responsible for this?
No, I don't think so.
Even the smallest hint could be helpful to us.
If I did see something, I wouldn't have any proof. I'd rather not make any baseless accusations against my classmates.
So, did you see something?
No, nothing.
Drat, I thought you'd have it with that. Did you do it?
I'm kind of hesitant to ask this, but was it you?
I wonder.
Just a yes or no answer is fine.
No, it wasn't me.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty obvious. Sorry for asking.
You didn't see anything?
You said you didn't see anything, but I'm not quite convinced. Please tell us where you were when the crime took place.
I was in the library until sundown. The librarian can confirm my alibi for you.
There's no need. Your answer has given away a crucial fact of the case.
A crucial fact?
And what could that be?
That you have knowledge of when the vandalism occurred.
Aha! We weren't sure if it happened after school or not, but you just confirmed that for us.
Get dunked on, kid.
Your reasoning is flimsy.
Dunked on.
She just goes into a Tina-like state. I only assumed this was when it took place because the perpetrator would have been in class otherwise.
You're certain it was a student who did this?
Again, that should be obvious. I can't imagine a member of the faculty destroying student work in such a way. And that poem could have only been written by someone around my age.
So you agree that the poem is lame? Earlier I couldn't convince the detective at all, but at least I've got you backing me up on this now.
I didn't say it was lame. Her simple approach to writing is actually rather
Huh?
I misspoke.
Alright, hang on, time out. Gotta
Yeah, that
lower
was
it
really
slowly.
loud.
Yeah, sorry.
You're not wriggling your way out of this one. Tell us what you know.
I really have nothing to say. As I told you before, there is no proof.
Then why try to hide it from us?
I could be mistaken.
You don't want to get your friend in trouble, huh?
Oh no, we aren't exactly friends, but it would be unfair of me to make accusations based on what it could have been a coincidence. That's why I lied.
You really shouldn't lie to the police. But either way, you aren't going to tell us who you're talking about until there's proof. Is that how it is?
Yes, please understand.
We'll forget you said anything.
Detective.
I will tell you one thing though. If it really was her, she'll be back again tonight.
The culprit's going to strike again? So soon? How do you know?
You could call it intuition, I suppose.
Then we'll hold a stakeout. Asta, could you at least give us a time frame of when the culprit might strike?
This time they won't have the cover of an empty classroom. After dark would be a safe bet.
Great! Let's hope they do come back tonight so we can catch them in the act.
Are you worried?
No, vandalism is wrong. Whoever is behind this should be caught.
That's right. Crimes, especially those committed in the name of love, must not go unpunished.
Love. May I ask a question?
Sorry.
Sure, what is it?
You two are partners, correct?
That's right, in the professional and romantic sense.
Romance comp? Please refrain from spouting such embarrassing things.
Oops, sorry.
You're not sorry at all.
Nope.
I see. Interesting.
Huh?
Well, if we're finished here, I'm gonna go home now. Good luck with your stakeout.
Right. Thank you for your cooperation.
All that's left now is to wait. Perhaps it wouldn't hurt to search for that escaped convict.
We don't really have any clues to where he might be, but I wouldn't mind wandering around for a while with you.
I'll follow your lead then. And we'll wander around a little bit next time on BeardBox.
Oh.
So thank you everyone so much for watching. We'll see you guys then. Bye.
Bye.
We're both at the sports bar to watch the game, right? And I happen to be sitting next to him.
Ah, yes, sports bar. Ah, yes, sports and balls and throwing. Yes, very, very familiar with that.
I love it when those soccer players hit a run and get the goal.
Get the points. Pay attention.
Such a big fan, you should have bought a ticket in advance like everyone else.
They were already sold out by the time I... Look, it doesn't matter. Give me a ticket and I'll tell you everything I know. Leave it to us.
What? Detective, you can't be serious.
This is a case of love, Romance Cop. It's our duty to solve it.